Hey guys, this is Muffy97 and today we have Transcend 370s SSD. It is 128 GB version and we are going to benchmark it in front of you guys. So first let's try copying and writing some data into it. This is the Transcend 370s SSD. Let's copy some 96 GB data into it. First let's delete some data. So this is the transfer speed from a SSD into the Transcend 370s SSD. So currently we are getting very low speed because the SSD we are copying from is quite an old SSD. We are getting around 160 Mbps. Around 200 Mbps it's the average. Okay, as you can see the transfer speed is around 200 Mbps. Okay, now let's try and copy GTA 5 data into the SSD. It is from a hard disk. It is around 60 GB of data. Let's try that. Again, as you can see, it is around 130 Mbps because the hard disk I am using is a 5400 RPM WD Blue Caviar hard disk. So that's quite a low end hard disk. So the read speed from that would be quite low. So again, you can see around 130 Mbps write speed on the SSD. Okay, now let's benchmark the read and write speed of the SSD. First we will check the disk info using the CrystalDiskMark. As you can see, it is 128 GB SSD, Transcend SSD. Okay, now let's benchmark it. First we are trying Anvil storage benchmark. I have used this benchmark in a lot of my SSD benchmark. So let's try this one. So as you can see in the result, the sequential read and write speed is around 200 Mbps of this SSD. Let's try another benchmark, ATTO disk benchmark. I have also used this in many SSD benchmarks. So let's try it. H drive. Well, let's try 1 GB. So as you can see during this benchmark, the maximum read and write speed of the SSD is read speed is around 550 Mbps and write speed is around 200 Mbps. That is the max this SSD can perform in this ATTO disk benchmark. So let's try another benchmark. So we are trying CrystalDiskMark. This is another benchmark which I use a lot in my testing of SSD and hard disk. So yeah, let's see how Transcend 370s performs in this. So as you can see from this benchmark, the maximum read speed of this hard disk is this SSD is around 550 Mbps, and the maximum write speed is around 200 Mbps. I've used this SSD for 2 weeks now, and the performance is really good. I tried playing Grand Theft Auto 5 by loading on this SSD. The loading times were greatly reduced, and the performance was really good. I got a solid 60 FPS on the settings for my GTX 970. No drop in FPS while recording also, since it was running off a SSD and recording on a SSD, so it's pretty good. The Transcend 370 SSD is pretty good for its price, and the performance is really good. So guys, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe and share, and have a great day.